What's going on, guys? It's James Banks here, and I have got the fantastic opportunity to interview Destiny's Mihi here as we're just getting further into the PMPL. First of all, mate, how are you doing today? How's it been going?
Yeah, I'm good. It was a really exhausting day today. We had an emergency at work, but I'm fine.
That's the good thing, especially at these times for everyone to be fine as well, and especially with the big games that are coming up for you guys over the next few days as well. But I do actually want to start by talking about your schedule because you are working, then going home as soon as you can, and playing PMPL. Sometimes you're playing on the go. How do you manage this?
Yeah, to be honest, it's really hard to manage because I'm waking up at 6 a.m., gonna start working at 7, and I'm almost working until the PMPL gonna start. And I have just 15 or 20 minutes to drive home. And at some days, I can't manage to be on time at home. So maybe the sub has to play 1 or 2 matches.
Mm.
And after that, for example, I was playing outside and one time in a car.
Yeah, I saw that on your stories, right? Especially the playing on the car side of things. It's crazy because I assume you're not sat in the usual position you would normally want to be in, right? Do you see this as something that like can have effect not just in game but also like mentally for you, considering the stress and the running around?
Yeah, of course, because normally I'm playing on the table and I have my elbows on the table. So it was a not nice position to play for me.
Now, Destiny as a team is certainly one we've spoken about quite highly throughout the PMPL so far, but I wanted you to do me a favor and describe each of your teammates for us.
Yeah. I would say me, Beast, and Mozzie are the craziest in the team. We are always laughing a lot and we're always making really much fun. And I would say Whiskey is more the calm and quiet guy. Name It is more the considerate and thoughtful guy. And Noshi is really motivated because he is our unexperienced player.
Mm.
He started competitive a few months ago and he evolved well until now.
Very nice, very nice. And when it comes to the lineup, right, how important do you think it is to have these different personalities with it? Because you guys obviously need to have some really good communication with it, the in-game skills as well. But we see this from a lot of teams within PUBG Mobile that like this friendship and the personality they have is also very key to finding success as a team.
Yes, for us, it's important to have our main lineup because we have the most synergy together. We don't have that much time to practice as other teams because I joined the team after the PMCO ended,
Mm.
and before they don't have the IGL, and so I have to fix a lot of stuff in the team. And most of time was playing in the lineup me, Beast, Mozzie, and Whiskey.
Now, when it comes to practice, right, every team has their own way of doing it, but obviously we know the best practice you can get is in these official tournaments. But what do you guys as a team feel like you need to work on the most for to make a big improvement to your game and be the best team in the world?
So at first, we have to work a lot on our communication because we are speaking English in our team.
Hmm.
And sometimes it's really hard. And at the second place, we have to work on our team play because sometimes it's not going well.
And in terms of like an individual practice level, especially considering like what you said, where sometimes you're finishing work and you're going straight into the games, how do you make sure you're at your best? What's the best way for you to be warmed up and ready to jump into an important match?
I'm doing nothing special. I guess everyone is doing that. I'm just playing some TDMs against my teammates or a normal TDM, or I'm in the training room and keep my fingers warm before the match is gonna start.
And is there any like special techniques or tricks or things you do, anything like that? Anything you can add to it, or maybe something that some new players that are looking will think, oh, I could do this actually to make sure I'm in my best shape possible.
I guess you have to make your own routine to warm up. You have to warm up your aim, your movement, and I guess you should find your own, I would say, schedule to do that.
Mm. Now this PMPL, right? It's already been crazy. We're getting further up into it, but would you say that it's been tougher than you expected it to be? Did you expect all the other teams to be on this kind of level?
Yes, I expected it like how it is right now. Um, just don't expect that Eastern Stars is playing that well.
Okay. How
And yeah,
come?
because we had a lot of time where we was practicing each other until
Hmm.
the PMPL was starting, and there I don't saw them that strong at that time.
Interesting. So they're looking better as this has gone on throughout all of it. Would you say that there is a specific team though right now that you guys consider your rivals, like one that you go, okay, this is the team we really want to beat?
Yes, our biggest rival is Panda right now
Mm.
because they are playing really smart and they know how to fake enemies. Yeah.
And in terms of some of the other teams in the lobby, it may not be the case for you guys, but what we've noticed, I think, when we've been watching some of these games, that a team like Panda, maybe some teams try to avoid even going close to them or having an engagement with them very early on because of how good they are. Do you have anything special that you plan or think about when you're going into these games and you're thinking about Panda maybe meeting up with them later on?
No,
So you just
I
stone cold, it
think
doesn't matter.
yeah, I think it's the best for your own mindset to think it's just the enemies and not, oh, that's Panda.
I love it. You made me very happy, by the way, because it's exactly what I said on broadcast. I said other teams should just not care. They should not matter like which one it is. It's just beating the team that's in front of you, no matter who they are. So that's definitely something I agree with there, mate. Now, when it comes to PUBG Mobile as your career, as what you're doing here on a professional level, what is your dream? What is your goal right now? What's the main focus?
Our main focus right now is to reach the EMEA,
Hmm.
the EMEA League, and of course also the qualification for the PMGC because we are already one of the strongest teams in Western Europe, and the biggest competition is the PMGC, and we want to play against the strongest teams in the world.
What would you say needs to change for you guys in order to make that happen? Because we know you guys can have some incredibly good games, but then I think sometimes as well it can slow down for you guys at times. And obviously we know, especially in PUBG Mobile, consistency is that really big key word we're always using.
Yeah, I guess as I said, we have to work at our communication because that's our most problem in game.
Mm.
Why we are dying earlier than we need to die, and that's it.
And in terms of that communication, because we do actually hear this quite a lot from different teams, would you
Yeah,
say that there's maybe a way that you guys can make comms easier, like maybe make shorter calls in what a name of a place is or what you're going to do? Is there like some pre-preparation and strategy you can do in advance to help with that, or is it just like as things get better, as you play more games together?
yeah. I guess we have our own strategy, and I think it just needs some more time.
Time is certainly key for sure. Now, my final question for you is for any potential up and coming professional PUBG mobile players, what advice would you give to them who they may want to be in your position right now? They want to be playing in the PMPL, but they're not quite there yet.
Yeah. I have a quote of from one
Ooh.
of the most famous Germans, Albert Einstein,
Hmm.
and he said, "You never fail until you stop trying." And it is what it is. You should put yourself a goal and you should work for it. You should never give up because it is a long way and it will take a lot of time. So you have to find out your strengths and your weaknesses, and you have to work at yourself.
I absolutely love that, Mihi. What a brilliant quote for us to end this interview with. Thank you very much for your time, man. Good luck going forward into the rest of the games. Mihi, right now, alongside the Destiny boys, they're doing everything they can to make the magic happen and achieve their dreams. Maybe you guys will be going up against them eventually in the future. Hope you've enjoyed the interview, and we'll see you for the next one.
Bye bye.
Boom. Perfect, mate. Look at that.